Sir, yung tatay ni Kian mismo, sir, tingnan mo yung mukha. Nauubos na yung ngipin, nauubos na yung gums sa kagagamit ng droga. User yung tatay. Kaya ang tanong ko nga, bakit hindi ang tatay pumunta dito? Bakit yung uncle ang nagreklamo? Yun ang sabi sa akin ng pulis. What can I do? I received that information. Sir, tingnan mo, interview yung tatay ni Kian. Tingnan mo yung mukha. Tunaw na tunaw yung panga. Tunaw na tunaw yung ngipin. User yan, sir. Sabi sa akin ng police operative ng Caloocan.
Wala ho siya sa listahan. Hindi po siya ginoong tagapangulo. Nagbebenta ng droga. Inosente po at nag-aaral po ang aking pamangkin sa isang pribadong paaralan na kahit po medyo may kataasan ay ginagapang po ng aming pamilya. Nasa ibang bansa ang aking hipag upang mangibang bayan, OFW po, para maglaan ng pangangailangan.
Thank you. Thank you,
Maraming salamat po.
Mr. Randy De Los Santos. Pero pwede po kayo mag-execute ng affidavit kung lahat ng gusto nyo ikwento, pwede nyo pa ilagay doon. Can we now listen to the next victim family?
Next question, Mr. Chair.
Sabay-sabay na natin lahat. Pakinggan
Baka makalimutan mo maya ba? Habang presko pa sa utak natin.
Okay.
Short question lang.
Can I suspend for a minute? Okay, hearing is resumed. Senator Bato de la Rosa is recognized.
Yes, Mr. Chair. First of all, I would like to express my condolences to Mr. Randy De Los Santos. Alam po nyo, nung namatay si Kian, ako po'y galit na galit talaga. Sino bang maniwala na bata nagtutulak ng droga, pinatay? Eh, ako may anak rin ako. Kung mangyari yun sa anak ko, galit na galit ako, Mr. Chair.
Tama.
Kaya ako, I tried my best talaga na yung kaso na yan, kasi bata eh, binaril. So, kailangan managot talagang gumawa niyan. Pero meron akong nasabi, if I can fully remember. Sinabi ko, nung tinanong ko yung mga nakabaril kay Kian, Sir, ang explanation na sa akin, kaya nangyari yun, Sir, dahil yung meron kaming nahuli na po, Sir, na isa dyan sa Caloocan, at itinuro yung isang babae na tumboy na pinanggalingan ng kanyang droga. Tapos, ang sabi nung poser na nahuli namin, sir, yung droga nung tumboy na yan, masyadong madiskarte, hindi siya nagbibigay direkta sa amin ng supply. Dinadaan doon sa tindahan ni Kian, kung saan si Kian nagbabantay, iniiwan doon, at pinipick up lang. Si Kian wala namang alam doon sa droga kung droga yon. Basta iiwan lang doon. Kung si Kian nagbabantay ng tindahan, iniiwan sa tindahan, doon pinipick up namin yung droga galing sa yung suspect na puser na tumboy. Kaya sir, nadamay si Kian. Sabi ko, bakit nyo binaril? Wala, hindi na masagot. Pero actually sir, doon talaga sa tindahan ni Kian namin kinukuha. And ako'y nagtataka, bakit did I mention the name of a certain Randy De Los Santos as involved in drugs? Ang alam ko noon, nabanggit ko during one of my interviews, na yung sabi ng pulis, na Caloocan, na ngayon nakakulong, sir, yung tatay ni Kian mismo, sir, tingnan mo yung mukha. Nauubos na yung ngipin, nauubos na yung gums sa kagagamit ng droga. User yung tatay. Kaya ang tanong ko nga, bakit hindi ang tatay pumunta dito? Bakit yung uncle ang nagreklamo? Yun ang sabi sa akin ng pulis. What can I do? I received that information. Sir, tingnan mo, interview yung tatay ni Kian. Tingnan mo yung mukha. Tunaw na tunaw yung panga. Tunaw na tunaw yung ngipin. User yan, sir. Sabi sa akin ng police operative ng Caloocan. So, senior ko lang rin sa media. Dahil kitang-kita naman kung tingnan mo. Kaya nga, bakit na-involve yung uncle, I don't think, I'm not sure. Please refresh me, my memory, kung nabanggit ko yung pangalan of Mr. Juan Randy De Los Santos as involved in drugs. I cannot remember, Mr. Chair. I just hope this body can be enlightened. Dahil that's why I insisted to respond, Mr. Chair. Although ayaw mo akong i-interpolate yung ating witness, but in a way, if that is the ground rules of this committee, I submit, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
We will interpolate all of them together, Mr. President. Suspend. Meeting is resumed, and I thank Senator Padilla for reminding this representation that his name was also mentioned. So, if he wants to react, go ahead.
Maraming salamat po, Chairman. Gusto ko lamang pong patunayan, unang-una, na ang mga Jehovah's Witness po ay non-political. Never silang na-involved sa politika. Opo. Pangalawa po, naiintindihan ko po kayo. Nararamdaman ko po yung nararamdaman po ninyo dahil ang kapatid ko po, once upon a time, napatay din po. At siya din po ay binansagan na Carnap King. So naiintindihan ko po, nararamdaman ko po ang sakit. Dahil nung nangyari po ito, ako po ay napakabata pa nung pinatay yung aking kapatid at sinabing siya ay Carnap King. Siya po ay ganun din, summary execution din po. Kaya naintindihan ko po kayo at nakikiisa po ako sa inyo. Maraming salamat po.
Maraming salamat po, Senator Padilla. In war on illegal drugs, to begin with the Duterte administration, which was the first administration to use the term war on drugs to signify its prioritization of the enforcement of our anti-illegal drugs laws, all the way to the present time. Under our Senate rules, the Blue Ribbon Committee has investigation of malfeasance, misfeasance, and nonfeasance in office by officers and employees of the government. Malfeasance is intentional conduct that is wrongful or unlawful. Nonfeasance is failure to act where there was a duty to act. Misfeasance is conduct that is lawful but harms another person due to carelessness or an accident. Therefore, with the permission of my colleagues, I want to start our investigation by examining first the Duterte administration's enforcement of our anti-illegal drugs laws. How effective was the Duterte administration's war on drugs? Did it follow the law and rules? Was it compliant with the letter of the Constitution as well as with the values and principles contained in our Constitution? I am thankful to the House of Representatives Quadcom because I believe they have saved us a lot of time with the allegations which have been made before them, many of which we can take notice of for being of public knowledge, a la judicial notice. We can take notice of the grievances of people. Our hearings will be an opportunity for those who have been accused of malfeasance, misfeasance, or nonfeasance, or even just put in a bad light to respond to the allegations should they wish to do so. These hearings will also give the senators a chance to find out more about how the Philippines conducts its drug wars, which is a matter of great public interest. Let us remember what the Constitution tells us. Public officers and employees must at all times be accountable to the people, serve them with utmost responsibility, integrity, loyalty, and efficiency, act with patriotism and justice, and lead modest lives. The state shall maintain honesty and integrity in the public service and take positive and effective measures against graft and corruption. According to a case by the Supreme Court, it bears to emphasize that public office is a public trust. Thus, public officers are exhorted to, at all times, serve the public with transparent accountability. So, let us all keep an open mind. Let us follow the evidence. With thousands of deaths caused by the Duterte administration's war on drugs, we have caused one death too many. Sobrang dami naman ata niyan para sabihin lamang na nanlaban lahat. We don't even have the death penalty on our statute books. And even assuming that we had this, the state would not have executed more than 6,000 death convicts in 6 years. No state with a conscience would have done this, and this would have merited international condemnation. Let us therefore answer the cries for justice from our people. Let us reform not just the Philippine National Police, but the entire notion of public service. Ang sabi, public office is a public trust. Ano bang ibig sabihin nito? We know that something is terribly wrong somewhere. Together, let us find out what and where. Let us be objective as we analyze our problems. And let us, as much as possible, be scientific or systematic as we determine our solutions and our way out of this difficult situation we find ourselves in. So I say again, let us follow the evidence so we can uncover the truth. We want to know the truth, not only because it can set us free, but also so we can strengthen the rule of law and then heal our land. So we ask for the people's prayers. May the Almighty and all-knowing God guide us in this endeavor.